Okay, welcome everybody to the Monday night live stream. Chart chat Monday night. Let's see, is this thing working? The live stream may not be working. Okay, let me log out. Okay, let's see. Let's see. This is working. Looks like I'm maybe having a problem with YouTube. So if you can, this is supposed to be in the members area only. If you can see this. For some reason that the comments are not. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay. Private. Okay. I see what's going on. Okay. Yeah, this is weird. Okay, so the YouTube thing here, it's not showing the comments here. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Give me a second. We just got to get this adjusted. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Give me a second. I'm just gonna. Ha. Okay. All right. So apparently, I haven't set this up right with the member thing. The YouTube is like, what's going on? Why is it not showing the member comments? I'm actually wearing I'm wearing the T-shirt for the FCO official FCO T-shirt. Let me see. Why is the comments not showing up? Okay, give me a second here. Give me a second. Let me see if I can fix this. Hang on. Stand by. Technical difficulties we're going to be fixing. Okay, let's see if this is working now. It's always something with between YouTube. Okay, all right. This hang on a second. Let me. It's so frustrating. Sorry about this. I'm using. There's two different software things that are not compatible. So let's see if we can make this work. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. I think it's working now. I think it is working now. If you're getting this, if you're seeing this, just say that you're, whatever, that it's working. Because like on my end, I don't know what's going on here. This is like a YouTube thing going on. I can see comments. Okay, you can see the comments. So, shit. What's going on here? Is this working? Okay, for whatever reason, the comments are not showing up in the private member chat. That is so weird. Okay, listen. So we got this is one small step at a time here. All right, so let me get things set up here. We'll rip through a bunch of these charts. There's some interesting things happening in the market. I'm going to go to the NASDAQ. We'll go through everything else in 1 second. Let's see. Maybe it's not working. Okay, hang on a second. Okay. Technical issues. Oh my God. Sorry, there's some YouTube issues here with this. Like, why is something not showing up? I don't know. This is annoying. Okay. All right. So all right. So let's go through. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not getting the chat thing is not showing up. It's very frustrating. Very annoying. We're gonna figure this out. Anyway, I got the FCO T-shirt. This is courtesy of Brock. We got the. Let me show you the back of it. It's got the silver. this is. Can't believe I'm wearing this T-shirt here. All right, so this is again. It's got the FCO. Oh, here we go. FCO.V. So let's start off. Let's start off with our charts here. Let's start off. The Nasdaq really looks like it's making a comeback. The other day, was it Friday? It closed below the moving average. Things looked very, very weak, and it's making a comeback attempt. Today was actually a pretty good day in the markets. I think we're going to see some. I think we could see back to new highs. To be candid here, things are looking very good. Let me just check something out here while I'm trying to figure out why is the live chat not showing on my screen. That's interesting. Why is this not showing? Okay. Weird. Okay. For some reason, this thing is not showing up. So okay, so we're gonna work through some of these challenges. Unfortunately, I don't know. This YouTube member thing is not what it's cracked up to be. Unfortunately, apparently this thing is a little bit goofy. All right, so turnaround day in the Nasdaq. Here's the bottom line. I'm gonna turnaround day in the Nasdaq. This thing is looking pretty good. Let's see what are the okay. So our top charts are Tesla. Let's see. How do we get Tesla back? Okay, so Tesla is having a pretty interesting day here. Back in what is it? Last week, broke this moving averages kind of neckline over here, and I said, "Hey, this thing is looks like it could really crash pretty bad." It started this kind of cascade, this kind of waterfall, but it kind of bounces back pretty well. It's actually pretty impressive what's happening with Tesla. It looks like Tesla's making a turnaround here. It looks like it's found a base. It's making a turnaround. Uh, can we see higher highs? Oh, I think 777. That's the magic number. That's the resistance. It's got to break above that. If it does, we're on to new highs, and things are going to look very good for all our key stocks. I see. Hang on a second. Okay, so I think, let me see, unlisted. Okay, so 1 second. Let's see if this works. Technical issues here. Okay, I think we're making progress. Some weird things happening with this YouTube. Okay, if you can actually see just make a comment if you can actually see the video right now. This is should be working better. All right, I see this. Looks like there's a bunch of people watching. Anyway, so Tesla's looking good. It's making a nice comeback. So that should be good for all our kind of speculative stocks. Let's get into. I'm going to kind of dive into. I'm not going to talk about GME. I'm not going to talk about some of those guys. I'll do that on a different thing. I don't want to waste your time with those who we're a little bit behind already. So let's get into our thing over here. What do we got? Okay. Yeah, the comments are not showing up, so I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Sorry about that. The member thing needs a little work, apparently. Okay. Let's start off with Bitcoin. Bitcoin last week, remember I said 46,000. That was kind of the pivot. That was a turnaround point. It dipped below that. I mean, it really looked pretty bad this weekend. It looked pretty bad. It pulled back from the brink. It looks like it's making a turnaround. Have we seen the bottom of Bitcoin? I think the Bitcoin trade is back on. Again, I hate Bitcoin, but it's moving. So let's go into what is related to Bitcoin. GBLC, who's going to be on tomorrow. Chart on GBLC looks very impressive. This thing looks like it's about to take off. It looks like it's a rocket gearing to take off. This thing looks very impressive. We're going to have a company on tomorrow. I think I'm waiting for confirmation. But I believe that GBLC is going to make a new high. This could be, again, I think this is $1 stock. I think that we're going to see $1 plus on the stock before we're done. Okay, so we're going to have our official cigar sponsor. We got this came in from Stock Mafia, George, G20 Trades, Brock, Degen Trader, Ryan, RZT. Thank you very much. We got the Davidoff Grand Crew. We're going to light this up. Usually this comes in a box. I'm very surprised this comes in this little pack here, a little plastic pack. This is like some sort of Fugazi things. I mean, I don't know. It looks pretty legit otherwise. It comes with a little humidor pack. So I think this is, we're going to light this up and find out in a second. All right. GBLC looking amazing. CloudMD. CloudMD's having some challenges. Oh, this chart is not showing up. I'll have to go to this later. Let's go to Delk. Delic Holdings is psychedelics. This thing is back in kind of bull mode. I really today should have. I was expecting a little bit more strength today. Today should have closed above 70 cents. I'm not thrilled about the fact that the stock did not close above 70 cents. It should have. So, the trend is up. The trend is up. This thing definitely is on its way. Oh, yeah, this smells legit. All right, so the DLC is definitely on its way, but it's not. It doesn't have as much strength as it should have. I'm just being very candid here with you. Novamind, mm, Novamind is it's trying to find its way here. It's look, made a new high the other day. So it's up. It's kind of up from where we introduced it. What is it? Let's call it $1.35 plus. Hit the 225 mark. It's pulled back. It's trying to find its way. We're gonna watch this a little bit later. I'm gonna show you a couple of charts which are on fire. The charts which are on fire, just to save you some time. ESE and GBLC. So ESE looks like it's making a momentum move. GBLC is about to make a big move. Iconic Brands is back in uptrend mode. Okay, today is what you're seeing here. Look at the stochastics over here. You got the crossover about to happen. So this thing is about to start, back in the momentum mode. Now, you know, again, it's a stock. We introduced this about, what is it, last back in, I don't know, November. So it's up a little bit. I mean, it had to move up. It's doing this very slow uptrend. They did get a new chairman today. We'll see what this guy's all about. I was expecting more news from this company. I was expecting more news flow, so a little more action. That hasn't happened yet. Let's see with the new chairman if that happens. This is definitely it's definitely an uptrend. It's not one of these like high angle of attack uptrend. It's not a parabolic type of move. Okay, so the comments are not showing up on this thing. It's very frustrating. So I don't even know if you guys can see this or not. Let's see. It's bizarre. Okay, this is so strange. All right, we're gonna figure this out later. But anyhow, apparently people do see this. I see just people on the stream here. So, unfortunately, if you're making comments, I can't see the comments. The YouTube connecting to our thing here. We'll get this figured out. I can. Looks like it's an uptrend. Probably new highs. It's gonna take a little while. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, I've talked about this before. I would not be surprised if this stock is like $2 in maybe it might take a month and a half, 2 months. It's just a nice steady pace. It's just rolling along. It's nice steady pace. Probably $1.50 target in a few months. It's doing what it's doing. It's taking its sweet time. Victory Square. Looks like we were about to break out. I mean, the other day, wow, would have hit that $1.20. I mean, this thing looked like it really was ready to go. The market got whacked. The stock got whacked. It's basically, it's trying to find its footing right now. So that's what's going on over here. It's going to take a little bit of time here, but I think we're going to be back in new highs. This is if you didn't see that live stream we had with the management team, you got to check it out. This thing is pretty impressive. I think we're going to see $3 on this pretty quick. I shouldn't say pretty quick. It might be two months. It might be 2 months before we see a $3 number on this. Let's say. Trip. Nice consolidation here. What I like about this is that we have held it's been above the moving average, above the what do we got? The 50-day moving average. Yeah, this thing is holding its own. I mean, look, it's had a big move. It's got to consolidate a little bit. It's got to, consolidate a little bit, and then it can move higher. RHT. RHT is making a, this is kind of like in stealth bull market mode right now. This thing is just, look at this chart. It's not exactly like one of these, like, wow, everything is so obvious. This thing is more of like, hey, it's doing this uptrend, does these kind of like fake out moves, the moves higher. It's not a very easy to read chart, to be candid. Right now it's not in like, but it's the trend is definitely up. I think we could see over $1 here. What's the my long-term target? My long-term target in this is, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7. That's what my target is. Bets. Bets. Consolidating, building a flag right now. About to break out. When it breaks out, I think the breakout on bets is imminent. When it does break out, this thing is going to north of $1 very, very quickly. And then there's going to be all sorts of FOMO and people jumping in like crazy on these bets. So, oh, the cigar is legit. I was worried because usually they come in the box. So it comes in this plastic pack, but they did come with this little humor thing. So maybe it's a weird packaging that they do with this company that shipped it. Let's see here. So bets looking very good. I think this is going to be one of our big winners of the year, one of our big winners of 2021. Okay, let's get into ESE. By the way, I can't see any of the comments. Nothing is it's not showing up on my platform here, so we've got to figure out how to do that because I mean part of the fun is this interaction. Without the interaction, it's a little bit boring for me anyway. ESC chart looks impressive. I mean, this thing looks like it's about to hit new highs. Like, I mean, could this go to $5? Like, yeah, I think it can. Again, this is stock we introduced at shit. Wow, it was like 20. It was like 30 cents. It's already a 10 bagger. I'll tell you what I like about this ESE chart. If you look at this chart, it's very stable. I think that is kind of the way I would describe this. Like it's not going parabolic. It's not doing these crazy moves. It's just very stable, but it looks like it's about to break out. Like it really wants to run. It's really like very interesting. This chart definitely wants to run. Okay, we got just a reminder again. Of course, we have here we go. FCO T-shirt officially sent in by Brock. Brock, I'm wearing your T-shirt. FCO. Here we go. So, there we go. We can see it. FCO.me. And we got the cigars from the Stock Mafia. It's crazy. Let's see here. Yeah, ESC. I gotta tell you, this is stock. It's got some serious legs right now. It's got some serious momentum happening. Cabin, they got a name change going on, so we got to change the name. It's going to be what do they call themselves now? Liquid. Okay, whatever you want to call yourself. Looks like a double bottom here. Looks like the stock is ready to pop, break to new highs. Okay, we got the moving average up here. So you got resistance in this 30-cent range. Resistance coming up 30 cent, 32 cents. Once it breaks above resistance, this thing could really run. So let's see what happens. I mean, the company's just launched its product, or the app is launching, so it's rolling out. It's never going to happen as fast as everybody expects with anything. So, you're going to see higher, but I don't know if it's going to make new highs just yet. It's got to really. Okay, what's going on with Empower? This is the one I know everybody's waiting for. So what's happening with Empower is very simple. You had this massive breakout, like a massive momentum move from 50 cents to 250 in eight days, in 8 trading sessions. It's like unbelievable. That type of thing does not happen. Really though, but it was more or less kind of stable up until this day here, up until this $1.70 breakout. Like this was you got this kind of island thing, then it kind of collapsed on its own weight. Hmm. Um, However, it's stabilized here. I mean, the stock. What's interesting was it was behaving. I really wish it would have consolidated kind of in this $1.50. Wouldn't have broken out above $2. That really was like a little bit too much. Got a little bit ahead of itself. This is a good range for the stock right now. $1.50, nice healthy price. Nothing too crazy. So what's going on is, you saw a pretty decent turnaround on Friday. Like the market, it dropped off. You had buying that came in. So people are, I guess, are realizing, you know what, this is it. I mean, I think the market's basically saying, look, we like this price. We like this above $1. So I think it's got to stabilize. This is like, it's like one of these like uh what is it? I saw this boxing thing on TV the other day. It was I think it was some boxing fight. Two guys. I think it was like a middleweight guy, like two like Latin guys. I don't know. It was like a guy from like Venezuela. No, from Venezuela. I don't know. It was like last week or 10 days ago. I think it was a Saturday night. That was, and well, like it was these two guys are. I mean, there was a pretty serious fight. One guy like kind of stumbles. He kind of like got hit. He kind of he got stumbled to his knees. You can see he got hit pretty bad. Then he gets up, he knocks the other guy out cold, like 5 minutes later, next round or something. It was unbelievable. I forgot what the fight was. I've never seen anything like this before. The other guy was like lying there, like cold. But so CBDT is kind of like this. It's like this boxer who gets kind of, they get smacked around a little bit. It's kind of like, feeling a little bit wobbly. It's got to like get its balance back before it can, go fight the next round. So we're going to see probably a week or so of consolidation in CBDT. Logic is building this long base, long base from 350 to where are we now? 750. So it's double where we introduced it in July. I mean, the stock ran to 14. It's back to 7. So we're waiting for this IPO to get done in with Mackie. They're going to be the banker. So the stock is going to be trading in Canada, hopefully in a couple of weeks at this point. We're already in March. Once it does, I think this thing is gonna run. I mean, look, I'll put it this way. I could say this because we're not. This is like sort of a private members only chat. Wow, great cigar. It's a members only chat, so I can tell you this. It's not like as soon as the thing they get the financing done, the thing starts trading in Canada, like we're able to start promoting. I mean, we're gonna like go full steam with this thing. Full steam over the next 8 weeks. Let's say once it breaks, once the financing closes, once the stock is trading in Canada, we're gonna go full blast. Wall Street Reporter, that is, in terms of our promotional efforts. So, I mean, of course, it's all legal, moral, ethical, all that stuff. But we're going to start pushing the stock. We're going to start pushing it to institutions, high net worth retail, everything that we do. We've just been kind of had our hands tied while this financing is going on. Once it's done, we're gonna push this, and I think they're gonna have news. Things are gonna happen. So be patient. Peak consolidating, hanging out here. I mean, this thing is pretty interesting. It's just last 2, 3 months. It's just been hanging out. I mean, look, it's made a big move from 35 cents to $3. It needs to consolidate. That's what it's doing. Stay tuned. SHG. Oh, this thing looks like it's getting a beating. It's at the support right now. Support levels are right here, like $1.50, $1.40. $1.40 really is the key support. So it's got to bounce from here. I think it will. Kind of, if you look at what's been going on, that's kind of what happens. It kind of really pulls back, kind of to the brink, and then it bounces. But that chart is not. I mean, it's not looking like a great chart. I mean, we got to see what happens tomorrow. Visby. Okay, so I'm telling you about stocks ready to move. I didn't tell you about Visby. So we got GBLC, we got ESC. Those two look really great for the next couple of days. Those things look like they're ready to pop. I'm going to add Visby to this list. If you look at this chart, I mean, this thing is ready to break out to new highs. I did say this last week, right around here at this point. If you can see this on my chart, I'm going to annotate this. So, this is a yellow. I'm going to make this red. Hang on. Change this, make this easier to read. Okay. Why it's not going away? Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, so it's going to be blue now because it's not working. Okay, so I'm going to draw this chart for you. So right here, this looked like it was going to break out. You see this? It just didn't quite do it. That now we get the same type of formation happening. This kind of key reversal day, which looks like it's ready to break out. We're going to see in the next few days. I think we're going to see new highs in Visby. I mean, this thing looks like, what does this look like? $1.50 easy from here. I mean, again, we introduced this at 17 cents. So yeah, $1.72, that would make it a 10 bagger. Okay, I got kicked out of the live show. Somehow I pressed the wrong button and got kicked out. So let me go back. Let me go back to this. Let's see what we got here. Chrome tab, application window, Chrome tab. Okay, we gotta fix this thing with the chart with the chats. I don't know what we gotta do something about that. Looks like a beta. Something is in beta. It's whatever. All right. We'll figure it out. What if we went into? Let me try something. Okay, standby. Okay, so Visby is looking very good for tomorrow. Let me just finish off with this. I don't want to take up time with technical issues. Visby is looking amazing for tomorrow. Fans is kind of a little bit on the ropes. It made this new high. You know what? Look, we've seen this with fans before. It's doing its normal thing. Makes a new high, can't hold on to it, pulls back for a week or two, and it goes on to new high. This is like the usual thing. You've seen this story multiple times already. I think we're going to see much higher prices on fans at this point. But I think it's got to stabilize a little bit. Let me see the short-term chart. Whoa, you know what? I am going back. I am okay. Take back what I said. Let me just make this thing more easier to read. There you go. Interesting. Look at this. There's your stochastic, right? Nice buy. You got the moving average. So stock is it's just below that resistance level of $1.78. If this thing breaks a $1.80, actually no, the break. Okay, so the resistance really is. Let me draw this line for you. Here's your resistance line, basically. You see this? $2 at this point. So $2 is kind of like your resistance level. That's the psychological number. Once the stock breaks $2, I think that's what's going to happen. And tomorrow could be the break. And again, look at this buy indicator from stochastics. You get this kind of, I don't know, head and shoulders. Yeah, this you could call it whatever you want. You got a base happening here. Okay, and you like all these drawings I'm making here? It's crazy. Yeah, actually, fuck. Fans looking very good. It's not as strong. It's not as strong as some of these others, quite frankly, like ESC, GBLC. Those look really strong for the next couple of days. Fans is always one of these, it needs a push. It always needs a push. But it is pretty good setup. I'm gonna keep an eye on fans tomorrow. This could be a big breakout tomorrow. You're gonna be I think you'll be very happy with this thing. FCO. I'm wearing the t-shirt. Oh, look at this. Stochastics bottoming out. You got the stochastics bottoming out. Do you have a head and shoulders formation here? Could be. Again, we're looking at, what are we looking at? I don't even know what we're looking at. Oh, 15-minute chart. So we're looking at the short-term chart. I think we saw the bottom. You know what? That's what I think we saw. And again, I'm not trying to, I'm wearing the t-shirts. Unfortunately, it takes away my objective opinion. Because I've been, bribed. I've been bribed with a free t-shirt. So we got the fabled FCO is at the base. Let's see what happens. Can it break out? It looks like right here is 25 cents, a pretty good level in the stock. Relay Medical. What's going on? It's in bull mode. It's in bull mode. The trend is up. It's kind of hanging out here, waiting for a little more direction. I mean, again, if you look at your stochastics here, looks pretty bullish. It's above the moving average. So, I mean, this thing looks pretty good. It's not like mega bullish, like GBLC, ESC. I'm going to add fans now to that list. On a scale of 1 to 10, ESC is like an 8, GBLC is like an 8, fans is like a 7 in terms of like short-term momentum potential. AIML, I think we're going to have them back this week. I'm waiting for some news. The chart's not looking great, to be honest. It's it's not that great. I mean, it's been kind of melting a little bit. We're going to see what's going on with this company. It's on defense, okay? I'll put it that way. I'm being diplomatic about it. I mean, it's not going to go to zero. It's not crashing, but it's like, it's melting a little bit. It's like, Yeah, look, you see what's going on. It's below the moving average. Thing is going down. The stochastics, it's not good. Um, how much, where is it going to go? It's probably gonna kind of base out right around here, buck. It's got to kind of build a. I think it's got to build. I think what we need to see with AIML right now is some pretty serious news. I think the market is waiting for some serious news. Uh, that's what we're waiting to see to happen here. Hap B. Okay, our newest stock. Pretty decent position. Look, you had this big breakout. Once we announced it, you had to move to $1.30. So it was a nice. Was it a double? I don't know. It was like a 70% move basically from when we announced them. So it's got to consolidate a little bit. It sold off the other day. The market was crashing. It's come back. Needs a little bit of base. It needs to catch its breath. It's below the moving average, so it's not bullish. It's not a bullish looking chart at the moment. The trend is still up. Okay, so here is your base. It's at the base right now, right? So it's kind of like, I don't know, you want to call it a double bottom, a head and shoulders. It's trying to build a new base, which is perfectly normal because you had a breakout from 70 cents to $1.30. So you basically doubled. I mean, the thing basically doubled in the last month. Not a massive move compared to our other stocks, but you take off, let's say it's a 70-cent move, 35 cents, so a buck. Basically, that's what's happening. The stock is kind of in that retracement mode. Could be. I think we could see a good buying opportunity in CBD in Hap B. Next few days, let's see what happens. It was a little bit quiet today. Quiet day. I think this company's got some great things happening. They gotta get to if they can get to 50,000 plus, 50,000 plus. What do you call it? Subscribers. Paying that 19.95 a month, $20 a month. It's a winner because what does that mean? 50,000 times 20. That's $1 million a month recurring revenues. 12 million a year. Companies like this, it would not be crazy to value it at 100 times revenues. I know it sounds nuts, but you see this happen in that space regularly. Because it's again, you're not, that's not just once they get 50,000 means they go to 100,000 plus 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 plus. Very interesting technology. I'm not using it as much as I should because I'm lazy to turn on my app. Like I don't use apps. I got to turn the app. Whatever. But I'm going to start using it because I think it does work. To be honest, I think it really does. Like I used it a few times. Because I just started using it and something is up. Something is up with this technology. So I think the happy thing, I got to get this, and I got an extra one. I might have to ship one. They sent me two by accident, so I'm gonna send one out to. We'll have to have a contest. I think the thing does work, and I've seen reviews of like legitimate people saying it works, like real people who have used it. So if it does, it's a game changer. Well, not if it does. The question is, can they sell 50,000 plus subscriptions? If they do, it's a $1 billion business. I don't think it's too difficult. 50,000 is a tiny number in the scheme of things. And again, these consumer these Fitbit companies, they have, I don't know, hundreds of thousands and millions of customers. And again, this is not a Fitbit. This actually gives you that whole feeling thing. So I think we pretty much wrapped it up. Unfortunately, I don't see your comments. I don't know if you can actually see what I'm saying here. This thing is the YouTube is not cooperating. So all right. With that said, I'm gonna log out. I'm gonna be shooting out. Let's see. tomorrow I'm going to be announcing the new company, which is going to debut on Wednesday. It's an energy company. It's a decent company. It's actually something where, it was brought to me by some guys who've, they've had some pretty significant winners. It's a very good group. I mean, the people behind this thing are very real. I don't think this is going to be a 100-bagger. I mean, it could be a 5-bagger plus. It's got a nice uptrend. It's not for everybody. It's not a hot money stock. It's not like one of these things which is going to, be a complete, rocket. But I think it could be a very interesting company, and I'm bullish on energy. So let's see what happens here. It's an easy, I think, look, in the course of a year, over the next year, 5x plus, maybe more, depending on what happens. So it's really something we brought in. It's not part of our like main bag. It's not part of our main 10-bagger thing. But with that said, I should say some companies I thought would not be massive winners have been massive winners. So you never know. All right. Hopefully we'll get the comment thing working in the next few days. I want to again thank you to our official cigar sponsor, the Stock Mafia G20 Trades Brock. Thank you for the nice note. The Davidoff cigars. Wow. All right. So I was really hoping for a much better introductory stream. So now we got paying customers. So we'll get this thing fixed. Hopefully the YouTube thing will work. And I will see you tomorrow. GBLC live stream. The chat thing. Okay. So the chat in the live stream is going to be only for members. So we're not going to be showing comments from anybody who's not a member. So that'll keep all the the riffraff out. Anyway, thank you again. I appreciate everybody joining, and thank you for subscribing to the thing. I'm hoping that you're going to get at least 100x your investment, at least, because that is what this is about. All right, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you again.